hoping you're noticing that today's video is a little different. There's no little skit at the beginning. It's too short to be a lecture. I'm not even wearing a tie. So what's going on here? Today, we're going to take a break from academics and step back and reflect and look at the big picture for a little while. I've been working you pretty hard on Mark's Gospels. You had a lot of outlining. You had a tough project in the last class, and you did excellent work. I'm proud of you and well done. Let's take a breather before we get into the next part of the Gospels. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a few minutes today to reflect on how the quarantine situation that we're all living under right now is affecting you relationally, spiritually, etc. I'm going to give you a few questions that I need you to answer, and then I'm going to give you instructions for how to submit your answers to my questions. So, let's get the questions first. 5 questions for you. Number 1, what's one relationship that's gotten harder as a result of quarantine? And why? Process a little bit for me. What relationship got harder? How is it different? How's it struggling? How are you coping, etc.? Number 2, what's one relationship that's gotten closer? Where have you actually bonded more with someone? Maybe through spending more time or communicating more honestly as a result of this quarantine situation. Number 2, relationship that got closer. Number 3, we're in the season of Lent. A few weeks ago, I asked you to reflect on how you're going to fast and how you're going to pray and maybe how you're going to give alms for this season. Actually, I had you write out a little index card about it. I still have them, right? How was your plan for fasting and prayer affected by this quarantine situation? Did it get harder? Did it get easier? Could you even still keep it up, etc.? Number 4, also about Lent and your spiritual practices. How are you going to make this a good thing? How are you going to change your behavior so that the fact that you're quarantined actually works for you, for your spirituality? How are you going to use it to the benefit of your fasting and your prayer and your relationship with God? How are you going to make it better? Number 5, what's one thing your classmates need to hear? If they heard you say this one thing, how is it going to uplift them? How is it going to encourage them? How is it going to help get them through a hard time? Because we're going to be here a while, and it's going to be hard. Number 5, encouraging word for your classmates and peers. So, those are my 5 questions. I'll recap them again at the end. Here's my instructions for how I want you to submit those 5 questions. You're going to be making a YouTube video, which is part of why we practice this for Mark's Gospel. Last time, it was probably only 1 or 2 minutes long because you were just giving me one paragraph. This time, I'm going to have you talking out with the camera about several relationships. Should probably take you around 5 minutes, between 4 and 6 minutes, give or take. Something like a minute a question probably means you're actually reflecting and processing, but again, that's a pretty flexible guideline. You'll film your answers, and please don't read them off a piece of paper. You're having a conversation with the camera this time. You'll upload them to YouTube, and you'll share them with me by giving a sharing link as a comment to this video, much like you did last time. Now, there's a few technical notes I need to point out when you're uploading a YouTube video. First, privacy options. 1, you could set your video to public. Anyone can see it, anyone can comment and respond. That's what I'm hoping many of you will do, because I'm hoping that those encouraging words to your classmates actually get to your classmates. That's kind of the point. So I'm hoping you set your video to public, and I'm hoping if you set your video to public, please make sure you're not selecting set for kids, and please make sure you're leaving comments turned on. The idea being, if you're set for kids only, or if your comments are turned off, no one can interact with you, and well, I'd like to be able to watch your video and comment and give you some feedback and some encouragement. And I'm sure a few of your peers would as well. However, if you have privacy concerns, if you're worried about your name and voice and face being out on the internet, or you don't want your parents don't want you posting like that, I totally understand. I'm not going to require anyone to do that. Your option then is to make your video unlisted. Don't make it private. If you make it private, even I can't see it, and then I can't give you credit for it. Make it unlisted. That means the only people who can see the video are the people you give the link to. And that can just be me if you want. I could be the only person who sees it, and then in a week or 2 you can get rid of it. If you're going the private route, make your video unlisted. When you comment your link to me on this video, I will not publish your comment. I'm not going to share your link in the comment section. Just make sure you're telling me you do that. So your comment should have a link that say, please keep this video private, and then I'll know not to publish it. Make sense? Public, make sure we can comment so it's not just for kids and comments are on. Unlisted, just for me, just tell me that you're doing that. A couple of you have expressed more distinctive and specific privacy concerns about YouTube at all. Feel free to email me, we'll work something else out. But my big hope is that most of you are sharing in a way that we can share with your classmates and you really can encourage each other. So, quick recap on those questions. Relationship that got harder, relationship that got closer, how your original spiritual practices of fasting and prayer were impacted, how you're going to maybe change, maybe not, those practices so that this can be a spiritual benefit to you, and some encouragement for your peers. Uploaded as a YouTube video, commented on this video. Your link is how I'll see it. I'm hoping many of you go public with comments on. I know some of you will go unlisted. That's totally okay. There's no penalty or problem there. I look forward to seeing you guys make it real. I really am hoping you open up and share. I think you and your classmates have a chance to bond and grow and really understand each other's pain and joy in this situation. I'm hoping you make it real. God bless.